weather testing. It's like 40 degrees, right? 37. What do you think it would be like a 720S sounding like a P1?
Guys, by the way, I know how to swim.
I don't think Melina can swim. Melina, look. Swim school.
It's for kids. So disclaimer, I believe I know how to swim. I just need to go to a pool and test it out. I always touch the bottom, so I don't really know if I know how to swim, you know?
Yeah, exactly. My assistant, she doesn't know how to swim. You can give her swimming lessons.
Of course, yes.
Yes?
Do that here.
You can do it. But she genuinely needs swimming lessons.
So he doesn't know how to swim as well.
I know how to swim.
He will need lessons as well. Of course. Okay. For him specifically 0 to 5 years old. And then for me, I'll do 5 to 10 years old. I'm a bit more advanced. Yes, it counts as working if we drown, if there's another.
How are you? Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Okay. Am I on candid camera?
For our YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she can't swim, so I thought I'd bring her down and see if we can get her some swimming lessons.
You guys hiring?
Yeah, I know you guys are the ones who give us all the Oh God.
The noisy cars.
Yes, yes. So you actually build them, or
We rebuild them, so we take a factory one and we upgrade it.
If I just buy, yeah, and then you pimp it.
Yeah.
Okay.
basically, yeah.
Okay. Like pimp
It's
my
like
ride.
pimp my ride, yeah.
You had that white van that had no nose.
The Vito. Daniel put the wrong fuel in it, so it needed a new engine.
Yeah, but it's not a Lamborghini.
Yeah, I know. Because it needs a new engine and we don't work on vans,
Okay.
it was a nightmare.
Okay.
It's still broken.
Yeah, yeah.
You want ice cream on?
You want ice cream?
Do you want ice cream?
Why not?
We have vanilla, mixed and chocolate.
You give me your favorite flavor.
My favorite is vanilla personally. So
What are you gonna have, Melina?
I want a Capri Sun.
Wow.
That's very nice.
Vanilla ice cream. It's like if you don't want to come swimming, but you want ice cream, you know?
After swimming is the best thing.
How do you know? Can't swim?
Guys, look, I've never crashed cars. I know how to swim.
She's crashed 2 cars and she definitely doesn't know how to swim.
I know how to swim.
I said let's go and celebrate on a yacht, but we can't because she can't swim. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is the electric go-kart track. Everyone thinks it's really easy, but like there's safety regulations and stuff are no joke. Everything needs to be approved. People might think it's YOLO, you just do whatever you want, but it's far from that. Salam, how you doing? You okay? Good, good. I hear you're the man to make it happen.
Yeah, inshallah.
Yeah?
The floor pattern looks beautiful.
So this is
This is the original floor.
yeah, okay. So you have polished it or you have just
We
ground
grind
it down? Okay.
Grind it down.
So it still needs stuff on top of it or
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
We
is
grind it
this is too much. I want less dots and I want a shinier, I want it to be darker. So less dots, darker and shinier. That's what
We'll just go for a higher grade.
But yeah, I want like a mirror finish. I want it to be super shiny.
Oh, okay. You want it shiny?
I want
Yeah,
it shiny.
of course. That's all in the chemical.
It's in the chemical,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Right. This is just the floor pattern.
Could you give me a sample of that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah? Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Alright, first drive out in the Turbo S. I haven't driven this thing in a hot minute. The reason for that is, now with having the Urus, it's just so comfortable to drive and you don't feel like driving anything else. Like, when you've got more than 2 or 3 cars, you really need to love the car to drive it, you really need to be passionate about it, otherwise it just ends up sitting there. It's like, I don't know if it needs tires or alignment.
It's quick though.
There we go.
Yeah, we're losing.
Now it's starting to wake up a bit. Okay.
Yeah, better.
Fixing my settings. Today we are on the way to Motec Middle East. Motec allows you to, that's how development is with anything. So we're now taking these proof of concepts to a CNC shop, and we're gonna ask them to make us a set in CNC that's gonna be a lot prettier than what we have now. What we're starting off with first is we're going to create billet fuel rails that will fit with factory fuel lines and onto the factory manifold. That way we're not deteriorating the reliability, or we're not increasing risk in any way. So yeah, this is Russell Core, guys. Alright, cool, we made it. Motec Middle East. Look, they have a little injector dynamics sticker on the... Hi guys. I was speaking to someone at the CNC shop. I came from Infinit Performance. Ah, look, Motec M150. This is what we're running on the McLarens. So yeah, we're obviously here today for their CNC division. So these guys, they make like billet blocks for the GTRs. They make V10 billet blocks, V10 intake manifolds and stuff like that. They're quite big here. Thank you. There's like billet blocks, intake. You know what they can make for us as well? They can make a nice cam cover for us. How you doing? You okay? Nice to meet you guys. You guys came highly recommended from, who builds the GTRs? Really fast. Not Alpha Logic, there's another one. F Performance. F Performance recommended you guys. So we work on McLarens. Big market here.
Actually, yes, here and also outside, you know, for US, Europe.
Nice, yeah. I saw you guys make like the CNC blocks for billet blocks for V10s as well. V10. That's very cool. Very cool. Okay, so these are development rails, so they're very ugly. We just made them up by ourselves to test fitment and whatnot. Okay. We have two rails. Fuel mass damper goes here. The fuel rail sensor goes here. AN8 female fitting, AN8 female fitting, and that's basically it. It's 2 injectors per cylinder from the factory. Yeah, that's more or less it. We need these screw holes to remain so they can be mounted onto the manifold. This doesn't need to remain, this fitting here, because that's the stock feed. This is the new feed, and this is the return.
For example, these are some new ones for the T48.
Nice, massive, yeah. That's like an AN16, 12. You have the intakes for 992. We bought a Porsche now, 992 for development, but this is very cool.
Okay, you can take today the intake.
Okay, let's turn this into an AN6. So these two I want to move towards here. Have you got a pen? I'll just mark it here. So I'll put an X here because we don't need this and we won't need this. I don't think the height matters, and that's it, you know? So put an X here, we don't need this. Yeah, they're bended because when they were welding them, I think the heat damaged them, but it should be straight.
Okay.
Sweet. All right, guys, I will leave these with you, and we'll follow up again on Friday. Look at this, all ready to be carved up. Yeah, yeah, very cool. Very, very cool.
Here we are making a part for the Porsche.
Ah, nice. How many axes this machine?
This is 3 axis.
3 axis, okay. I know these machines are super expensive. I got told about them. It's crazy money for a CNC, yeah. It's so nice to see all of these parts being made in like the Middle East, you know?
Yeah,
Because everyone thinks nothing comes out of the Middle East. What are these rails for? Coyote, can I have a look? So this is something similar to what we're gonna end up with. You have like a feed, a return, and the injectors at the bottom, and the mounting points. How big is the square that it starts off with? You have one?
I can show you.
Yeah, let's see. Crazy. That's so cool. Yeah, I saw this carbon fiber room.
These are NA, specifically designed for NA.
Looks solid though. These are the molds.
Yeah.
It's like the most expensive part of carbon fiber manufacturing, making the molds. Hopefully we can do some business together. All right, I'm really excited. Please, nice to meet you as well. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. So cool things do come out of the Middle East. One of the biggest bullshit things about Porsche is this. Like, what is this? I've tried to log in like 10 times, and this is a GCC car, by the way, so it should just work. But it doesn't work. It was the same in the GT3. It was the same in this. And I always need to, you know, continuous gas. It just doesn't work.
Alright, so this SF90 came in initially with a smoking problem. We've inspected the car and found out that it was due to the turbo. So the owner decided, instead of just going and buying another set of stock turbos for this SF90, he's gonna be upgrading it. Smart choice. Alright, so we got this package all the way from California. Pure turbos. That's a big sale, man. Alright. So the guys have already installed the driver's side turbo. Once I'm finished filming this, they're going to be installing the passenger side. So the SF90 is a car that after 4th gear, the electric power isn't coming in anymore, right? Car is really fast when it launches, but after 4th, 5th gear, there's not much of that electric boost coming in anymore. The reason for this build is to boost the ICE engine, the gas engine. So if the gas engine is more powerful, then you'll end up with a car that is more constantly at the 1,000 horsepower figure. The oil lines are visible, right? So you can work on them easier, but on the passenger side, they'll be inverted. So it's harder to install on the passenger side. So we sent the stock turbos to Pure. I believe it was about 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. They obviously changed the turbine, I think the bearings as well. And this turbo is obviously gonna have a higher output. So let's see how much power it makes on the dyno.
So today we have engine out. This 765LT has unfortunately had a rat chewing through its intestines. We made the decision to yank the engine out because I found a bunch of wiring in the engine bay that had been compromised. So this is for the intake sound generator, but you also have ignition coil wiring here that's been compromised. Basically we wanted to get the engine out, take the loom all off and go through it, because the engine is not a static environment, it's a dynamic environment. And that's more or less it. We've repaired most of the wiring in the frunk. This car's got a stage 2 and an LSD, but who knows, you know, we might end up fully building the engine now that it's out. Ultimately it's up to the customer. But yeah, we have the OG build number 1 of Infinit. This is the first car we ever built. It is getting a new clutch from Dodson. Dodson have sent me out an 8/9 plate clutch. We're trying to get more torque out of this car. It'll be really cool if we can do over 1,100 foot-pounds on this. That's probably around 1,600 wheel, but we need to prove the theory. So we're gonna drop a new clutch in there. So this particular car is back for an air brake fault. It's got a 765 kit on it. It's one of the very early 765 kits where they hadn't quite perfected things. It's obviously an aftermarket kit. The problem with the very early 765 kits, the spoiler brackets are designed to fit the stock spoiler rams, because the 765 has got different rams. Unfortunately, they're not the best and there's a bit of movement in them. So because of that movement, the air brake can't adapt. We're trying to work on a solution for this. We are doing a full carbon body conversion on this 765LT. We're getting MSO to paint the panels for us. We have the flooded 720S. We're almost there. We're almost there. There's a couple of wires on the inside that have been chopped up and cut and need rewired from the previous shop. So yeah, this has been very painful, this one, but we're almost there.